Was fortunate enough to be able to retire 6 years ago at 58. So right now I'm kind of enjoying the good life, and I moved back here about 6 years ago from Iowa, after living down there for 35 years. So.
Wow, that's quite the journey. What profession other than chemical engineering do you think that you would like to attempt, or would you have liked to have attempted?
Would like to have attempted?
Yeah.
I'm a sports nut. My friends call me Sports Bob, so I probably would have liked to be a professional athlete, like a baseball player or a professional football player. You know, maybe like one of the Adam Thielens of the Minnesota, or you know, the Joe Mauers. It would be kind of fun to be a professional athlete. That would always been be a good job to have.
That'd be awesome. What profession do you think you would never want to do?
Probably would never want to be a dentist. It just kind of going to people's mouths. That just kind of turns me off. The pay would be okay, but I'm not sure I'd want to spend my day inside of people's mouths. That just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. How long have you been a member of the Orange Nation?
I think it started. I think it opened up in Eden Prairie in 2015. I think so. That's been about 3.5 years. So I was one of the first ones to join. So it's been about 3.5 years.
And what inspired you to start your fitness journey?
I've always been active in physical fitness. You know, back in my 20s, I was involved in played sports, had Y memberships, worked out the Y, worked out. My company, when I worked at, I was a chair of the Health and Wellness Committee. So we did a lot of innovative things. We had a gym in-house. We did fitness testing for people and had rewards for people that did well in fitness. We had a massage therapist to take care of some of that stress. We had Weight Watchers. We had a lot of different programs. We were kind of one of the leaders in the company. So I've always prided myself. It's kind of one of my values is staying healthy. Mm-hmm. And so I've always been involved in physical fitness. And I got a card in the mail one day from Orangetheory and said, this sounds like something I want to try out. And I've been going regularly ever since.
Hooked ever since.
Hooked ever since, that's right.
What goals have you achieved at Orangetheory, and which are you most proud of?
When I first started out, I needed to lose some weight, so I think I lost about 15 pounds. And I think I was, I didn't win the weight loss contest, but I think I won the midway point, so that was pretty good. Probably the second thing is just my heart rate. Mm-hmm. I mean, my resting heart rate was probably around 60 when I started. Now my resting heart rate's around 48. So just my cardiovascular fitness has just improved dramatically since I joined Orangetheory Fitness.
That's amazing. And 15 pounds isn't too shabby either.
No, it's not too shabby either, and I've been able to keep it off, so that's a good thing too.
Okay, so we have 4 different category of days. We have endurance days, strength days, power days, and then ESP days. Which one of those is your favorite?
Well, I used to be a sprinter in high school, and I ran track, and I was a wide receiver in high school in football, so I love sprinting. So for me, I love the power days. And short and sweet. Let me run all outs. I know they're tough, but let me get the pain over with. Get it over with. Run hard. Short and sweet. I like power days.
What happens when a power day equals hills on the treadmill, and they're like, "All right, let's do an all out at 15% incline"? Is it still your favorite?
Well, it's still my favorite, but not quite so much on those days. But I still enjoy it.
All right. Who is your workout buddy? And when you work out with someone in particular, do you specifically try and start together on the treadmill, or do you split up?
I don't really have a workout buddy. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that work out there that I've known for different times, so I look for friendly faces. So I always start out on the rowing machine, but I'll usually pick somebody out. You know people, you know how fast they run, so I'll usually pick out somebody that I could kind of, someone like a P. I want to try to stay up with them. I mean, like if I know Dave, I know you're working hard, and I look at how many splat points you got, and I'll say I'm going to try and stay up with Dave. Or on the rowing machine, I always try to be one of the first ones done on the rowing machine. That's always my goal, is to try to kick butt on a rowing machine, be one of the first ones done. And
just a little friendly competition.
Little friendly competition. That's right. That's right.
All right. So when you get into class, and that one song comes on that gets you into the orange or red zone, what song is it that helps you kick it up a notch?
I don't know if there's any one song. I mean, the one song I remember that Nick used to play when he first started was "Let's Get It Started." So that's probably the one that comes to mind, because it kind of gets me started, gets me going. But any song that takes your mind off of things and kind of allows you to run and get a beat going it's a good song to listen to.
And then what keeps you coming back to Orangetheory classes? You said that you've been a member for 3.5 years. What?
Well, I like the fact I'm an engineer, so I like numbers. So I like the instant feedback. I mean, I used to work out at the Y, and I'd run on the treadmill for maybe half an hour, but I never really pushed myself. So what I like is the feedback. One, you get feedback from the heart rate monitor, so I know how hard I'm working out. My mind always says I'm tired, and I look up there and I'm not working as hard as I can. I can always push myself a little bit more. The trainers are encouraging you. They're encouraging you to work harder. When you're running hard, they give you encouragement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the floor to make sure I get the most out of the different floor exercises. They're correcting my form and suggesting do it this way or do it that way to make sure that you're getting the right workout and working the right muscles. So all of those things. And the fact we can schedule it. I mean, I schedule on my phone. I've got classes scheduled out to December, so there's no excuses. I know when the morning comes, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go work out, and I've got it scheduled, and it's part of my day. I work out at 6:30 every morning because it starts my day. It gets me going. I know I'm retired and I could sleep in, but for me, it gets me going. I have the whole day in front of me, and I feel energized after working out.
All right, note to self: if you've got classes booked out all the way through December, I need to get on it. I'll get in and schedule some classes too. 6:30 is the jam. All right, you're retired, and if you had the opportunity to buy a yacht, what would you name it?
I'm a big Vikings fan. I'd probably call it, I don't know, something with purple in it, maybe a Purple Thunder, probably something like that. But it'd be neat to. I'd love to own a yacht.
Me too. When you're not working out, what do you do for fun?
I play golf. I'm a gardener. I like to play and do some gardening. I do a lot of biking. I'm a big sports. I think I told you before, I'm a big sports nut. I mean, I have Gopher football season tickets, basketball, volleyball. So I like watching spectator sports. So those are some of the things that I enjoy doing when I'm not at Orangetheory Fitness.
Very cool.
And I like traveling. I'm going to. I was just talking earlier to somebody. I was telling them I'm going to Ireland next week, so do some traveling. So I'm looking forward to that. My niece got married last year in Vietnam, so I got to spend 3-4 weeks in Vietnam, which is just seeing the world is wonderful.
That's awesome. If you were on a deserted island, if you were on your travels somewhere and for some reason you ended up on a deserted island and you had to watch, or you could only watch one movie over and over again, what would it be?
Only one?
Only one.
Only one?
You only had one with you.
Only one with me?
Yeah.
One of the classic movies all the time is Godfather. I just love Godfather. There's just so much in that movie. I could watch that one over and over again. That's a classic.
Part 1 or part 2 or
that'd be a tough one. Probably part 1 is probably
trilogy?
the whole. Yeah.
Right.
I'd like to have the whole trilogy if I could, but if I can only have one, just part 1.
I was just forced to watch The Godfather, parts 1 and parts 2 while I was in Virginia a few weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm on the same page with you. If someone handed us the company credit card and we were going to take you out for your birthday, what restaurant would we go to, and what would you order?
We would go to Fogo de Chao because I just love that Brazilian food. You get a lot of protein, like healthy protein, and I would eat whatever they put in front of me, whatever meats they put in front of me is what I would eat.
Yum.
I love Fogo de Chao.
It's a
my
great
kind
place.
of place.
And what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
I don't eat a lot of strange foods. I don't know. Maybe when I was working down south one time and I had some chitlins, and I asked the guy, "What are chitlins?" He said, "Hoss, them's hog guts." And I didn't realize I was eating a bunch of pig intestines. But that's probably the weirdest thing that I ate.
Yeah, no thanks. No chitlins for me.
I haven't gone back.
What game show do you think that you would be a superstar at?
I don't watch a lot of game shows, but probably Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at puzzles. I do a lot of crossword puzzles every day in paper, so I probably the Wheel of Fortune I'd probably be pretty good in.
Pretty good. And I think that Vanna White's still the letter flipper
Vanna
on that.
is still there after all these years.
ju-
Vanna's still there. Yep,
I mean, just saying.
Still there, yep. That's right.
Perks.
That's right.
Do you have any hidden talents or neat tricks that you can do?
I don't know if I have any hidden talents. I used to be able to, but I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to take one of my fingers. I won't tell you which one, but that's the middle one. But I used to be able to bend that one all the way back and touch the back of my wrist, and I'd win bets and bars, but I lost the flexibility in that, so I can't do that anymore. But it's always a good one to earn a few extra bucks for a couple extra beers in a bar when you.
Note to everyone: if you find Bob in a bar and he starts talking about bending his finger back, just don't put any bets on that. Bob, do you remember your first Orangetheory workout?
I remember part of it, I guess. I think I had like 30 splat points. I mean, that was one of those things where I worked really hard and really pushed myself. And I think when you first start out too, I think sometimes, if you're pushing yourself hard, it's easier to get your heart rate up there. And like I said earlier, my heart rate was down around 60, so I really pushed myself. So that's what I remember. And I remember getting down and getting some feedback and during the whole workout that, here's your heart rate's you're only 80%. You need to push it a little bit further, and kind of knowing how hard learn how hard you needed to work out to really get into the orange zone and get that afterburn that's so good for you when you get done with Orangetheory workout.
What advice would you give to someone who's considering trying Orangetheory for the first time?
I think Orangetheory Fitness applies to anybody, whether you're a beginner, wherever you are in your fitness journey, whether you're starting out or whether you're a marathon runner. There's always something there for you. So I think get classes scheduled. Schedule something that fits into your day, something that fits your day, whether you're early in the morning before you go to work, before they put the kids to school, or late in the evening. But just find a time and find a set time and make that part of your actual workout. But I think everybody, no matter where you are on your fitness journey, can enjoy it, get something out of it, and it's a great atmosphere that's very welcoming. So you'll feel very comfortable, I think, at Orangetheory.
Agreed. Is there any particular sound or noise that you love?
Sound or noise that I love? I like music, probably guitar playing. I really like a lot of guitar playing. I like a lot of blues music. You hear those guitar riffs. So I like guitars. I really enjoy that kind of a sound.
And on the opposite end of that spectrum, is there any sound or noise that you hate?
Probably when my neighbor's mowing the lawn at 10, 11 o'clock at night. I hate that. I hate that sound. It's kind of like in the dark.
You have neighbors that mow the lawn in the dark and 11 o'clock at night?
11 o'clock at night, yep, with the light on their mower, 11 o'clock at night.
That's
it's like
completely normal.
It's like, dude, what's up with that?
All right, random question.
Okay.
Which Minnesota town do you think has the coolest sounding name?
Which Minnesota town has the coolest sounding name? Oh, I'm not sure about that one. I'm from Cloquet, so I'll say Cloquet since I'm from Cloquet. That sounds like a good good answer. I'm from that way. I'm a former Cloquet lumberjack, so I'll say Cloquet.
We'll take that. It's perfect. All right, Orange Nation, now that you know more about Bob, when you see him in the studio, please stop and say hi.